Welcome to the Last Co-op Podcast, your source of all things nerd and pop culture related, all in one place. This is episode number 36, and we had a break last week, and I guess we technically should have done it this week for Thanksgiving break, but we decided to do it a week early, and now we are back. And the first thing is, well, I was going to say we watched the movie Thanksgiving and we're going to review it. I did not, but Jake did, and Travis has already seen it. But we have another in-depth Jake movie review, so have at it.
Let me get the notes in front of me here.
Welcome to Jake's Corner.
I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm not a big movie slasher kind of thing. It was just it was goofy. Had a lot of goofy parts. It had but the death scenes were just like perfectly matched up for Thanksgiving, Black Friday stuff. We'll start off. The dude from Suits in the TV show. He has a freaking sick mustache. That thing is just like there. I was waiting for it to kill somebody, honestly. They say the F word a lot. It's not a children's movie. Don't let your children watch it if you don't like hearing the F word. Starts off with a Black Friday at this Mega Mart place, whatever it's called. And like it's like back in the day, Black Friday. Nowadays, it's like Black Friday is like a year long. It starts in like September.
Well, it's Black Month now.
Yeah, it's just the entire. Yeah. So they just like they're trampling people. People are getting their heads stomped on, their arms broken. I'm like, that's not going to happen. But it's a movie. Hilariously, and then kind of sickening.
Not to that graphic nature, but things like that did used to happen when we just had Black
did.
Friday. People used to be trampled.
Actually get trampled and died?
Oh, yeah. People would be like...
Surely not to that extent, though, right?
Well, people would be like,
no, not that.
Yeah, not that bad. But
the girl got her neck broken from a shopping cart hitting her in the head.
No, but like they'd be at the doors, like they'd be locked, and
like pushing and stuff.
Like people would just be there, and then like the doors would open, and people would just trample whoever was going. And I mean, them sales didn't, all compassion was out the window.
Got to get that toaster, dude.
In the movie, the glass breaks, and then you got that shard sticking out, and the dude gets impaled in the neck.
Oh, he's like, oh.
And then no waffle maker for you, bitch.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You can keep doing your review. I got to send the video or find the video I sent Travis about Black Friday. Hold on.
There are animals in that. I'm like, God bless. Just straight crazy. Let's see. Let's scroll down a little bit. The shopping cart, when it like sticks into her hair and as it gets caught and it's just like slowly pulling away. I was like, what the heck? It's like that's just like kind of overdoing it, but at the same time, it's just a slasher movie. The funniness. The one dumb jock from the rival school, I was just like the entire time I saw him, I was just waiting for him to die. I was like, I cannot wait for this guy to die. Just one of those like characters where he's just like such a piece of shit, ready for him to die. And then he finally does later. Gets his neck turned all the way around as he's watching his girlfriend do bad things on the trampoline. Pretty good death. So you fast forward to the first person dying was the dumb big fat bitch. That was satisfying. They do so many different things that are like based around like the Thanksgiving and stuff. Where like I've never seen it in a movie where like a killer dumps their head in water and then pushes it against a fridge and it gets stuck. I was like, dude, I did that in high school inside of a freezer or whatever. They dared me to put my tongue on a thing and I did. And it low key got stuck for a second. I was like doing the whole Christmas Story routine. It's pretty funny. But that was like her face is on there, dude. And I'm like, dude, that is intense. And she like peels it off, and then she's just like fat and running around.
What were the doors to those dumpsters made of to split her in half like that?
Oh my god, that was like a freaking I don't know what they were. It was wild. It was just like cut in half.
Yeah, it just cuts her right in half. Like, what the hell?
And then I'm like, okay, so where's this going? And then you see the Mega Mart, and he just like keeps decorating the Mega Mart with dead people. puts her legs up there. The security guard dying with the electric knife. I thought that was a nice touch. And like as
Nice
he's walking
touch.
away, it keeps going off, and he goes back over the guy and like pets the dog or the cat.
He feeds the cat. Yeah.
Yeah, feeds the cat and then pets it on the head. I was like, oh, at least it's not that cruel kind of thing. I was waiting for like the cat to be like dead and then like sitting somewhere and he finds his cat. One of my favorite quotes in the movie is when the jock is like, we're in deep shit here, and if we wait and let the police handle it, we're all gonna end up 50% off. And I'm just like, that was just another one of those tags to the Black Friday stuff.
I'll go back and watch it if they have this in there. This is what I sent Travis.
A full-grown woman taking a doll out of a child's hair?
Black Friday in the 80s was ruthless.
Dude, ruthless. They had a shirt that said another satisfied customer. I was like, I want that shirt. That's awesome. I need that shirt because I wear that every day. The corn on the cob death scene, or like he stabs her. I'm like, holy cow. That was I was like, just all these little things for Thanksgiving. When the grandpa, no, it wasn't grandpa. Oh, when the grandpa gets impaled by the ship, that was, and like the kids are in there and the blood just squirting all over the kids. I'm like, holy shit.
One of the kids is saying, Grandpa, wake up. I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah, I'm like, the head just like split in half, and there's just not mask, but the front of the ship, whatever you call it, the stern, I guess you'd say.
Yeah. The dude in the turkey suit gets his head cut off.
Holy cow, it was just like death after death, and I was like, oh my God. I want to know who's I know that there's got to be somebody working alongside the I don't know, should I say who the killer is or
nah, we won't spoil it. We'll just refer
I
to him
won't
as
spoil
John
the
Carver.
killer. I feel like there's got to be two people. There has to be.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah. Let's see. Make sure I don't say anything. If you say it, just start yelling or something before I say it. The javelin throw with the pitchfork was just, I was like, holy shit, that was insane. It just like hits her and then like just picks it up. I'm like, what the hell?
That's the most brutal kill. What comes after that? You talking about the shop owner's wife?
Do what?
The shop owner's wife? Is that what you're talking about?
In the oven.
Oh yeah, he gets her all Thanksgiving ready.
God, just cooks her right up, dude. That was wild. I can't say something about that. Oh, at the
just
end,
go ahead. The movie's 2 years old. It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
We're all about the spoilers here, if you want to call them that. So
they said this year there will be no leftovers. That one, your comment, that was I like that quote. That was a great quote. And then she like loads the freaking like old musket thing or whatever, and I'm like, what? Where is this even coming from? And then shoots the balloon or whatever, and then boom, it explodes. That was crazy.
Maybe that should be the new Thanksgiving tradition. You should just load up a musket out there on Thanksgiving and shoot it off in the backyard.
Well, they set the musket up early because she references it like 2 or 3 times that she almost blew her hand off.
Yeah,
the musket. So that was like
and then
payoff there.
How do you think the bad guy escaped? We'll just say that. We'll leave it open. I think he dressed up as a firefighter.
Yeah, she kind of locked on to one of the firefighters.
Yeah, I was like, that has to be that. Yeah, otherwise, there's no way. Like he didn't burn up.
No.
In the end, it was a great slasher movie. I'll probably watch it again in the future, and I look forward to the second one. They'll probably make it cornier, I'd imagine. Like no pun intended there, but yeah, 100%. It was a good movie.
It's a Thanksgiving staple.
Oh, dude! I mean, it was
missed
one of those
out,
like
Tyler. You missed out.
I'll try and watch it. I've been sick, and then I was busy, and I just haven't.
So. I promise it's no idle hands. Okay.
No, yeah.
Hey, I mean that was. I'm surprised I made it through that. That was
me too.
rough watching. So,
but like Jake said earlier on a past episode, they're remaking that movie, and I think we made that happen. So I'm gonna hang my hat on that.
That's 100% because of us. They're like, you know what? We got to make it so that way Ty likes
it. All right. So, what is? I saw this somewhere, but I can't remember where it was. But, what do you think the best feature that has been put into a video game has been? and we asked on Facebook. So we'll go through our answers, and then after that, then we'll get to all the Facebook one. Mine is, I think fast travel in video games is absolutely fantastic. There was another one that I had that I literally just thought of right before we started this. I was playing Silent Hill, and it was something that was in that game, but I can't remember. So like the little, well, it's not a spoiler, but in Silent Hill, when you play the game, you get maps. Obviously, you get maps in a lot of games, but in this one, if you go to a door and the door's locked, or like a pathway's cut off, or there's like a point of interest, or something like that, if you bring up your map, it will tell you, like, it will have like a little squiggly line that says like this door's locked, or it will have like a certain place circled that says like this one item that was supposed to be important was there. I understand people probably there's people that like games like that, people that want to just be able to be left to their own devices and explore. I don't want to walk around in circles for 30 minutes. That's going to piss me off and make me turn off the game. So, adding something like that in there makes the game more enjoyable to me. But fast travel, if you got a big ass open world game and there's no fast travel, that is a terrible, terrible idea. Like, it just makes the game so much more enjoyable. And one of my favorite games, Red Dead 2. Red Dead 1 did it better than Red Dead 2. Red Dead 1, you could just literally pop open a campfire, put a waypoint, and go wherever the hell you wanted. Like, I mean, that was top tier, fast travel. And now in 2, you can still fast travel. It's just a little bit, more confined than.
I think didn't you like cinematic mode too?
Oh yeah, cinematic mode. You just put the controller down, let the controller. Now, obviously, like Red Dead's, I know it's probably in another game. Maybe it's not in another game. I don't know, but I know it's in Red Dead 2. And it's great, except for the point of the ending doesn't actually get you to where you need to go sometimes. So, like, if you put a waypoint down, you put a waypoint down, you get on your horse, you turn it in cinematic camera. Sometimes the horse just keeps going. He just he gets to where you need to go and says, all right, let's just keep going. And if you don't pay attention, then that's bad. But yeah, that is another fantastic feature.
What's your horse's name again? Cornholio? No.
Oh no, Pony Soprano. Yeah, me.
Yeah.
That's
Pony Soprano. I don't know where
Pony Soprano.
Cornholio came from.
Like I was in cinematic mode. I was in cinematic mode last night, just scrolling on, my phone. I hear, oh, and I'm like,
yeah,
I died.
Oh,
Got ate by wolves.
All right. Well, before we get into all of the other ones, what are yours?
Mine was open world. I think it expanded video games so much. Now, of course, it's overdone and bloated in every video game possible. But think back. I know you're the big Zelda guy, so you probably experienced it there. I think the first time I ever recall it was Grand Theft Auto 3, and it just blew my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time it was ever like important was Super Mario 64. And then
didn't play that.
Well, like that was like the first time you went from like not everything was a side scroller, but that's the first time you went from like basic 2D either side scrolling or something like that to like, hey, if I want to go over here instead of going over here, like the pathway is open to whatever I want to do. And then when Ocarina of Time came out, that just took it to like, I mean, in today's standards, that map is tiny as shit. But in those standards back then, it'd take you it sounds stupid, but like take you 5 minutes to get from one end of the map to the other, but like, now that's nothing. But, back then that was insane to pull open that map and be like, you mean I got to ride my horse all the way over there? Like that's going to take me 2 minutes to do. Like, I can't believe that they want me to do that. But yeah, that was like the first time that it was expanded upon. So did you put one on? I don't remember if you put one on Facebook or not, Jake. Did you?
I think I like thought it, but I didn't actually type it. And then I started reading everybody else's stuff, and I just forgot to put like comment on there. I usually do. I mean, a great story always helps a game, but I think biggest thing for me, and then like character progression, so it all kind of goes together. Like John Price from Call of Duty, like that dude, Lieutenant Sergeant, whatever his name was. Like I love that character. He was just like that badass. Like I like a good character, but I think the most important for me is like multiplayer gaming, and just really that way you're playing with your friends, and like like instead of just hanging out or like having to go to their house back in the day, like now you can just get on here and hang out and play from the confines of your home. I love multiplayer gaming. That's probably
so. That. Yeah, I mean, multiplayer when it first got introduced, obviously was like groundbreaking, and then I feel like we've kind of settled now to where we only put multiplayer in games that are worthwhile putting. I mean, some games obviously that they have it, and you're like, why is this here? But there was a point where we were just putting multiplayer in every fucking game that came out, and it was just nobody would play it, a lot of times, but like it was just getting put in things that there was no need. Like, in God of War, for example, I know people that played the God of War multiplayer said that it was good. I think everybody's life would have been just fine if we would have just had a God of War story mode and not would have put in multiplayer with it. And same thing for Last of Us. It was fun. Don't get me wrong. Could we have done without it? Absolutely. Like, I mean, it wasn't something memorable in my opinion, but I mean, I know some people that played it a ton. So, I mean, obviously there was a small group of people out there that wanted it, but overall, I think that they should have just single player games should focus on single player and not say we have to put a multiplayer in this in order to consider it a good game. Like that's just.
I get it from the standpoint of trying to make more money and get people to play a game that you haven't played before.
Like, okay, Grand Theft Auto is a perfect example. Grand Theft Auto has an online mode. People play it a ton, but the story didn't suffer, and it is just as good, if not better, than all the online things that they, put onto. So they have, I guess the thing is, like, if you have a team that's big enough and you have enough hype behind your games, you can do things like that. But like, if there's like a brand new IP that comes out and it's a single player, like centered game, and they're like, oh, and by the way, we added multiplayer. Who cares? Like, it's just unnecessary to do it 90% of the time. So, but so some of the ones from Facebook is when RPGs have you learn skills from your gear, it makes you use everything and helps promote exploration. The introduction of an interactive camera and 3D games, Grand Theft Auto cheat codes. Somebody else said online matchmaking, autosave. My problem with autosave is I don't trust autosave. Like I know it's there for a reason, but like my game can tell me it's autosaving. I'm still going to click start save game. And sometimes I might even save it twice just because I don't trust the actual saving of the game, and I want to make sure that I did it correctly. So, cool feature. I don't believe it. That I mean, like Silent Hill, it's got autosave in it. I don't give a shit. I'm not getting off the game till I find a save point so I can save it my damn self. So that's how it's gonna happen.
I tried Horizon yesterday. I tried that just because it came with the Xbox, and I'm like trying to play it, and it was never a save point. So I was like, I'm starting this game. I want to try to keep giving it a go, but like I was just losing interest. And but I was like, there's no save point, and there's all these like little videos through it. And I'm like, God, I don't want to watch these videos again. And if I load it back in, I haven't tried since, and there's not a save point, I probably won't play it anymore, honestly. Because I don't want to go through that first hour that I played it.
They ruined that series, in my opinion. Like Forza for 360 was fantastic, and then when they did the open world thing with the cars, like that's not. I guess maybe people did buy the game for that, but like I bought the game. If you're buying a game with cars, you want to buy a car, customize a car, race a car. Like I'm not doing a mission like that's not what, like, I mean, what the fuck is this? Like, that's not why I'm buying this game. So like that should
Underground
not
2
be.
though. We always talk about it. That was a
This is
fire
true.
game on PS2.
Yeah,
We'll
but
talk about that later.
that wasn't open world though. I mean, like it was pretty condensed. So, visual sound effects, and having an ending. I guess that is very important for a lot of games because
Super important.
There were some games that there just really wasn't one. I guess like a lot something nobody really said is like the story in games, because like back in the day, some of the stories in games were just shit. I mean, I guess I guess they always had a story, but some of them just they didn't make any sense. It's like one person wrote the first half and somebody else wrote the second half, and then they put them together and they made absolutely no sense together. And yeah, I think we've done a better job with that. So now we've done the best features, we'll have to do the absolute worst features. And oh my god, I've got a lot. So there will be
You
a
have
lot.
something negative to say? Never.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I've got a couple to say.
It's gonna be one of those things where he opens the scroll and it folds over.
Yeah,
It keeps
I'm just
rolling.
going to be like, all right, so I've got. All right, well, we're a little late to the party since we took a break, but we were going to do this like right after, but still on the list, so we'll put it on there. The Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. The women that fought before should have been the main event, and that should have been what they promoted on Netflix, and the rest of it is terrible. I don't care what anybody says. It was scripted to be a certain way. Jake Paul owns the promotion that put on the fucking event, so he wasn't going to lose, like in my head though, and I still lost $20 because I bet on Mike Tyson to win, regardless of whether he was plus 600 or whatever it was. But there's so many times where you see during the fight where like there was a chance for Mike Tyson to do something, even as old and decrepit as he looked in this fight, but he just like held back.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You broke
back is broken.
What a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
And and then there was that clip at the very end where they're doing the lip reading, and like they said that like Jake Paul was like, "Hey, I got your money," and it's just like, so then of course that just blew up the internet of being scripted, and I'm just like, I wanted to believe that if there was a script and there was somebody crazy enough to just say fuck it, it was Mike Tyson. And that's what I was hoping for. It was like, okay, yes, there's a script. This man's out here biting his gloves, like just trying to hold himself back from doing something dumb because he's like, if I just make it to the decision, I get X amount of dollars. But like he was just trying so hard not to just do something ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, and then at the end when he's like, "Well, I can fight your brother," I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a shit show. Like it's just So luckily it was free. Well, not that it mattered that it was free, because the connection was so absolutely terrible that I had to get on TikTok and watch it off somebody's TikTok that was watching it in the background, trying not to get a copyright strike on it. So this isn't like the UFC fights where I just openly legally stream them and just don't like this one I pay for it and I still couldn't watch it. So this is my reparation.
This is called karma.
So this is
like, you know what? It's a shitty thing, and you're gonna be shitty. We're shitting you over.
Guilty as charged.
I mean, it was bad, obviously, like with the connection and like all the buffering and all that kind of stuff. And the fucked up thing is it's like it processed like that in their servers too. So like if you go back and watch it today, even though it's not live, it's still all pixelated and looks like shit. So it's like they didn't even fix it like on the not live version. Like it still looks like crap. And so it's like, but so it's good and bad. I guess they needed a test session, I guess. I mean, they did so what is this the fourth one they've done? Because they did the roast of Tom Brady was live.
They
that
did
didn't
some
have any
stand-up.
problems.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
stand-up specials that were live.
Yeah, but this
Third or fourth.
So my thing is the WWE is supposed to come to Netflix and be like Raw is supposed to be on Netflix and be live every week, I guess, in a month and a half.
January 6th.
Like,
Is that the one that's in Indy? The first one? Or something?
I have no idea where the first one is.
I don't know.
I mean, there's tons of people that wanted to watch his Mike Tyson fight and all this, and they were pretty outraged. But like wrestling fans are some crazy people. Like you don't want. There's people that have been watching wrestling for 25, 30 years, and you're going to go on here and put it on Netflix and fuck up their weekly schedule. They're going to have some serious backlash. From
Somebody
that.
asked Triple H about the buffering problem, and he said, "Well, if we're getting 20 million plus streams, I don't care if it buffers or not." So he doesn't care.
Money talks.
The numbers
man.
are the numbers.
I mean,
I wonder if you go back and watch the fights now, do you think they took out where Mike Tyson walked away with his whole ass hanging out?
Yeah, right.
How does that happen?
That was like the highlight.
Doubt it.
It was.
I felt like everybody was just
there was a sweater that I saw in the TikTok shop, and it's like it's him like pixelated like Mike Tyson's Punch Out like with his ass or whatever, and it says Merry Christmas under.
Yes, going straight to TikTok right now.
Yeah.
Looking for it.
It's going on my wish list.
Yeah. Well, did you see that I don't know what podcast Jake was on, but they asked him about it, and they're like, "Did you see that? Like because he had a TV in his room,
his
like
reaction
and they were,
videos
showing it, and he's like, he said, "Did you see, blah blah blah?" And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Does he have a G string on, or what? Is happening?" And somebody's like, "No, he just had on assless chaps."
Mike Tyson, dude.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I should have blurred that out. I should have been like,
yeah, but yeah, that was his reaction. He was just like, "What the hell was that?" He's like, "I don't know why that was the way that it was." So, but yeah, well, I was going to say 0 out of 10. The women's fight made it worth it. The ones beforehand, that was the only one that was good. The guys that were before, where the dude was humping the other one in the corner, and like it's just it was a circus. So I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it. I will say that. So
10 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So the game of the year nominees, people were upset for one in particular, but it was Astrobot, Black Myth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor, some word I can't pronounce, and the Elden Ring DLC.
Fantasio.
I don't think DLC should ever be considered a game of the year. Like, that's just, I don't want to say cheating, because it's not really cheating. It's just dumb. Like, how are you going to take an addition to a game and make that game of the year? Because they can't use the game, obviously, because the game's been out, So I don't think you should just take an addition, and that shouldn't be a consideration for whether or not something's going to be game of the year. Looking at all of those, which I don't
Astrobot's
care.
Got it in the bag.
I mean, I feel like it has to. Like, I mean, it's going to be. I mean, Black Myth Wukong game was really, really popular, but I feel like the Elden Ring DLC, people went nuts over that too. So, I mean, Elden Ring DLC might win Game of the Year. I don't. It's going to be close between that and Astrobot, but I don't know. Like, I just look at that list. I just look at that list and then like compared to other lists of like what Game of the Years we've had in previous years, and that list sucks in my opinion compared to.
I didn't know any of those games.
Ones. Yeah, exactly.
Other
That's what I'm
than
saying. Like,
if we talked about it, or
I mean,
maybe
most of them. But that kind of leads me to my next point: is which year do you think had the best the best games throughout the entire year.
2004.
Let's just
We're
have a
gonna double
look
back.
and see.
We got Need for
2000.
Speed Underground 2.
That was
Okay.
on my like honorable mention.
What else? Tony Hawk Underground 2. Driver came out that year, underrated. San Andreas. Need I say more?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I'll take your 2004, and let me bring you a little bit farther into 2007.
Oh,
So,
y'all got your
that's
beloved
mine.
Halo 2 that year too.
I did 2007 too.
Okay, so let me take you to 2007. 2007 had Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, BioShock, Portal, Team Fortress 2, Half-Life Episode 2, Crysis, Super Mario Galaxy, Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, The Witcher, The Darkness, World of Warcraft, Skate, Rock Band, and Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah,
Interesting.
epic year gaming.
Skates on there, so you know.
2004 and 2007 are, I don't want to say interchangeable, but they're
It's up there.
one and two. Like that. That's
Snake Eater came out in 04 too. Come on.
I'm saying.
Come on.
Are you talking about the game on your Nokia?
No, Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, not bad.
not Snake.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like, they're I mean, but I would say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Who do you what person within a 10-year age gap forward and backwards? Let's just do 5 years before us and after us. Do you know that did not play that game?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know a soul that plays video games that is in Call of Duty 4.
Oh yeah,
Warfare.
dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, I don't know anyone in my age range that did not, even if they played the game once. You know, that like I don't know somebody that didn't play that game. Like, that game was
I think that was one of the
fantastic.
first games I went to GameStop at midnight and got.
Well, the wildest thing about that is like I wasn't into Call of Duty at that particular time, and I remember I was working at GameStop, and Virgil just happened to randomly ask me. He's like, "Hey, did you pre-order the new Call of Duty? You know, you get the beta." And I'm like, "Nope, have no intention of doing that whatsoever." And I remember, so I did. You know, we got the beta, and the rest is history. After that, I don't want to check how many actual in-game days I have played in that, but I know it's over 12. So it's probably more than that,
12?
but that
holy cow.
Yeah, well when they do the timer, that's not just having the game open. That's like in a map shooting people
physically playing.
Like that you're physically playing. So like I have 12 days of in a match time. Like,
so
the top
did you not play Call of Duty 2 on 360?
No.
Oh my god, the game was
Modern
amazing.
Warfare 2?
No,
the
Call
first
of Duty,
one on
he's talking about
360 is
two and
just Call of Duty 2.
Yeah.
3, they came back from 3. 3 was a turd. So to come back with Modern Warfare, good on them. 3 could have killed that franchise. It was so bad.
I always thought that the Medal of Honor series was always really good too, but I guess it just I think that was the moment that it died, was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Or I mean
that EA,
the Modern Warfare.
Crash.
So yeah, because I mean, like before then, like they had a lot of Medal of Honor games. So
do they still pump those Battlefield games out competing with Call of Duty, or they give up?
I think
Did
they
they
have
buy
like
it?
Battlefield 2042 or something is like the I don't know when it came out, but no, they're not yearly. I know that, and
Gotcha.
they
wave the white flag.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you have to. I mean, it's just so.
We're still waiting on that Call of Duty killer.
Did you so you had 2007 too?
Yeah,
Is
that was
what
my
you
2.
put?
Mine was 2007, all the same games.
Yeah.
My second one was actually 98, just because of Ocarina of Time, Metal Gear Solid, Banjo-Kazooie, Pokemon Red and Blue, Crash Bandicoot, Warped, Spyro the Dragon, and Gex Into the Gecko. Like a bunch of Nintendos. That was like the Nintendo year, I feel like. a lot of good games.
Mm-hmm.
And then rounding up my top 3 would be 2018 with Red Dead Redemption 2, Fortnite, God of War, and Marvel Spider-Man.
I mean, we could have just
Great.
got Red Dead Redemption 2, and whatever year that came out, that'd be
Yeah.
that'd be the best year in gaming. So
I still haven't got back on it since we played. I gotta go.
we need to get back on there. So we did that one time.
Jackson
with
took
that one day.
his PlayStation back, so we have to go
I
back
saw
and commandeer it again.
I saw he was playing Fortnite on it or whatever, and I was just like, he's never on. And I'm like, why does he want to play on here now? I'm like, go back to the Xbox. Let us play Red Dead Redemption.
I know. I told him, he was like, I need this back. And I was like, what are you going to play on it? He's like, I'm just going to play stuff. And he was playing Fortnite. I was like, why didn't you play on your Xbox? Whatever.
All right. Let me see. I forgot to bring this up before we started. We are going to be ranking Thanksgiving foods, and I have to get this back up on the list.
Everybody have a good Thanksgiving, by the way.
Oh yeah, get all fat and sassy,
right? Eat
Sassy.
bread and get all fat and sassy.
All right, share screen and all right, cool. All right, can you all see it now?
Yep.
That is fancy.
Okay, yeah. I was ill prepared, so I just had to find this one. All right, so
what does that top one say?
Prime.
Which one? This?
No, the ranking all the way up.
Oh, elite. We'll get seconds.
Oh, elite. Okay.
Yeah, elite. Great.
Can you just go
Okay,
ahead and
maybe
add everything on there because turkey's my jam. I mean,
all right. We'll start.
fucking
We'll start with the most important one. Now, this is obviously depends on who makes it sometimes, but are we putting it in great or we'll get seconds?
I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings, but that's a hard pass.
Boy, here we go.
A hard. Okay, well, I guess
I hate turkey.
It's like un-American.
I guess we're gonna have to settle on great then, since we are. Because I was gonna put it in elite. We'll get seconds, and you're on hard pass. So,
What's your main thing that you eat then? With
are you one of these? Where's the ham?
Oh, I eat mashed potatoes and deviled eggs, man.
Oh, man, wait till we get to those.
I remember when I was 8.
Oh, stop.
I don't see deviled eggs on here. Well, that's okay. They'd be underneath hard pass anyway. So,
oh, come on.
What? No,
right.
dude, man, a good deviled egg, shit.
Yeah,
It's
eggs of the
over.
devil. Nobody wants those. All right,
Crazy.
pumpkin pie. This is gonna disappoint some people as well.
It's a hard pass.
Oh, hard pass. All right, cool. We are all right, Jake.
Dude,
where would you like
put
this?
it on the maybe at least. Come on, that's
right,
a Thanksgiving.
Hey, I don't eat
special.
sweets. I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Well, I don't eat garbage, so I'm the wrong person to ask to. So
This guy's getting ready to put dinner rolls as the elite, man.
No, pecan pie is so much better than pumpkin pie. I don't care what anybody says.
Hey, no, I love me some apple and pecan.
All right. This is obviously just biscuits in general. This is not a certain one. So
I mean, I put it at okay. You got it on the plate, right?
We'll put it on okay. So
it's on the plate. For me. It's the.
I refuse
like
to
the
put things
snow
on
plow.
here that I
just
don't
gets all
eat for
juices at
Thanksgiving.
the
So
end.
like Brussels sprouts. When's the last
skip
time
all
you
that
had those?
nonsense.
Dude, don't even put it in the hard pass. Throw it in the
Yeah.
Ohio River.
Yeah, squash. That's not going up there.
No.
All right, cranberries. Where do you all want this? This is garbage. So
Yeah. I don't even know why it gets open. Like one person eats it. Every time they open like 2 cans and it's just one person.
All right,
gets it
green
and
bean
put it in a jar.
casserole. This is
no.
it's another hard
I just threw up
pass.
in my mouth thinking about it.
All right, corn.
Okay for me.
I mean, I don't eat this, so I just put it there, I
You're
suppose.
killing me, man.
All right, macaroni and cheese. That
All the way up, elite.
as long as it's made by somebody with some intelligence,
Oh yeah.
it belongs up here. I've eaten the Kraft macaroni and cheese that you peel open the top and you pour some water in that tastes better than some people's homemade macaroni and cheese. So,
it's gotta be the
Easy
right
Mac.
person.
Oh yeah, easy, yeah, those like the Easy Mac. Like some people just I don't know what some people do to their food, like how it gets worse than how it started after they get done with it. Like I don't know how you mess up something so simple. So
Next time you should just leave it as just the hard noodles instead of making what you made.
yeah, no, next time
Right.
I'm gonna volunteer to make the macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna take a bunch of Easy Mac and put salt on top of it and put it in a big tray and be like, I made this myself.
Potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name it.
Oh my god.
All right, ham. If you
I don't know
get
if I've never had ham on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this is like more of like a Christmas deal, I
Yeah.
guess. But like, it's all right if you get it.
with okay.
You get the right one. Gravy.
Elite goes on everything.
Come on, dude. You little
Sky high.
on the stuffing, it's going on the mashed potatoes, you're smothering on the turkey.
Put that up there. That gravy goes so high the Lord can smell it.
This,
oh my god.
this definitely goes up there. Red wine. That's not no.
No, thank you.
We don't want a bunch of alcoholics on Thanksgiving. That's no fun. Are these scalloped potatoes? Is that what this is? I've never had these on actual Thanksgiving, but
I've never had them on actual Thanksgiving either.
This goes whatever's above here is where this goes. So, stuffing.
It's okay. It could bump up to grade if you smother it in gravy.
Yeah, gravy over and over again.
Put gravy on your feet, Tyler, not eat it.
Sweet potato casserole.
My wife's I tell you what, I never had it before, and she made it a few years ago for the first time, and now I eat it like monthly. I'm like, we got to find some sweet potatoes.
It just depends. Like a lot of these just depend on who makes them. Like,
oh yeah, no, 100%. If somebody else makes it, I ain't eat it.
I've got some people that they should just get things out of boxes and heat them up and stuff, and they shouldn't be in charge of bringing things to Thanksgiving. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of what's not. I'm trying to think of what I just ate that's not on this list. Well, yeah, I said pecan pie. That's not on there. I think pecan pie is fantastic, and pumpkin pie is absolutely terrible. If you want my opinion, the only way that pumpkin pie is tolerable is if you take the whole entire whipped cream container and stick it on the top. So then you just eat whipped cream instead of actually tasting the pie. Then it's okay. But if you actually have to taste it, then it's just terrible.
I thought I took a picture of Sarah's pecan pie and I didn't. It was a chocolate bourbon pecan pie.
Oh
man, it was slapping.
I got a pecan pie that's in there right now that like nobody else wants it other than me, which is fine by me. So I don't have to cut pieces off and waste plates. I just get to go in there with a fork and just start taking it right out of the pan. I'm just like I'm not gonna have any consideration for anybody else because nobody else is eating it. Like I don't need to worry about this. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, deviled eggs obviously weren't on the list. I just can't get behind deviled eggs. Maybe it's a texture thing, but
you're a madman.
It's just not my thing. So
I think I Kirby those. I don't even think I chew them. They just right in the back of my throat. Dude.
Yeah, just hitting the little fucking dangly thingy on the way down. I don't even know if I officially taste it.
This is
yeah, I don't think I was trying to think of what else. Thanksgiving food that we just had. So this year I officially, I probably should have done this at some point earlier in my life, but I cut my first turkey this year, and I don't ever want to do that again because I don't know the correct way to cut a turkey, so I'm just over there with a knife in one hand and one of them big ass forks in the other hand, and I'm just like this, just like sawing shit up and just throwing it over. And then I'm like, and then I got done and it looked like I did a decent job. But I mean, you know, it wasn't what I remember as a kid where you go and like all the pieces of turkey are the same size. And, you know, like mine, not a chance that you were going to find two of them that look the same. But I got all the meat off of it and it was fantastic. I picked some seasoning that I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like not like a Cajun thing, but it was supposed to have like some spice to it or something. It was fantastic. And now I'm like, hey, we should just buy turkey and do it again. Just cause I was like, cause that was actually pretty good. All right, well, yeah, that's our Thanksgiving food rankings. Obviously they're a day late from when we're recording, but hey, at least you got them. So all right, so we did all the best features in gaming. So if you made it this far into the episode, next week we'll be gathering all of your opinions for the worst features that have been added to video games, and we will be back with new episodes every Monday. We've made it since April 20th or something like that, doing
like that.
Well, shit. In the beginning, we were doing two and three a week. So, you know, that was a little, that was insane. We were doing it like that. We've been doing it every single week, and we've had plenty of time to do them before. We've done some where I've got 24 hours to edit it and put it back up, and it was the holiday. I needed a turkey nap. So, you know, we just, you know, like we just couldn't, we all had a discussion. We said, are we going to do one or are we going to take a break? And we're just like, hey, taking a break this week and then we'll come back. So, we'll be back to normal schedule, have episodes every week. And we're trying to shorten the episodes to be between like 30 minutes and 45 minutes instead of being like over an hour. I just feel like it's easier for people to sit down and watch that long or listen that long rather than it being much longer than that. Other than that, I don't think anything else is changing. We're trying to get a schedule together to play some games, make some clips, and upload those as well. Obviously, we've only done that once, and Jake fell asleep during the middle of it. So. so far we haven't had a whole lot of success with that. Yeah. But we will attempt to get that going as well. So till next time, goodbye.
Bye.